start to try to get immediate control,
Correct.
Over who you are, telling you what to wear, what you can say, what you can't say, who can come over, who cannot come over. These are all signs. And a lot of times women confuse that with, oh, he loves me. He cares about me. He just want to protect me. That has nothing to do with anything. This man is setting you up for the ultimate. And before you know it sometimes, and by the time that an abuser hits a woman, he's pulled her so far in under his control that's where but I love him. He'll change.
Correct.
I'll change him. You can't change an abuser. Something in their life happened to them, and now they're just passing it on to you. But the first sign of domestic violence, the first time a man yells at you, the first time, because there's more than just physical, there's mental, there's verbal abuse. But the first time a man or a woman yells at you, you watch the behavior of a person, and that'll tell you everything that you need to know. Sometimes, and it may not always be the best advice, but I tell my close friends that I know that's interested in somebody and already head over heels, you have to know as much information as you possibly can about a person before getting involved with a person. Women, we're emotional creatures. So, it's all about sometimes what he drives, the way he dresses, way he works. A man can have all of this, or a woman, all of this
Correct.
Going for him. And 4 or 5 months down the road, get you in the house and almost beat you to death. So domestic violence, you say, what does it look like? Domestic violence look like you.
Correct.
It look like me. It look like the camera guy. It looks like my sister. It looks like domestic violence wear uniforms. How we sometimes hear how these police officers or these school teachers or whatever, ball players going on trial for domestic violence. But it's knowing who the person is. Don't get caught up in what a person has. Get caught up in who they are. Because who they are and you watch their behavior will tell you everything. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. Because some people are hiding a whole lot of pain. And anything hidden can't heal. It can't heal. So when we're walking around with a lot of this frustration, one of our things may be to beat somebody.
Correct.
Or abuse somebody sexually, or, a whole lot of things. Counseling, I'm 100% for it, but I'm more for prayer.
With your ministry, how do you get it financed? How do you, the cost? I know it has to cost a lot to do these plays and, the traveling and all that. And
yes, Lord. Yes, it does. Well, some people, when they have come to see some of my plays, enjoy the performances so that they would like to sponsor me, to do another one or to come to their church or their business or what have you, and do one. But I am looking for sponsors because this money comes out of my own pocket. Mm-hmm. So I'm financing right now all of the plays myself. Okay. But I do have some people, again, that will help sponsor or, come and do something to help me get these plays out. And you're a sponsor because you having me on your show, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that because it needs the exposure. So I really thank you.
Oh, no problem,
thank you for
man.
that.
And as you travel through life and how does a person become a character in your play? You have someone who wants to be an actor, actress. How would they do that? Or do you accept, or Do you have cast calls?
I do. I understand. Wherever I am, if like in Charlotte, if I decide to do a play here in Charlotte, then I will call for casting in the city of Charlotte.
Okay.
Or outside of the city of Charlotte, just depending on, how far somebody is willing to travel. And a lot of people do show up for auditions. Some people come from, like this last play that I did, I had a young lady that drove 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours to come audition, and she was casted. She made the play. So it's really basically from whatever city I'm in, I'll call a cast. I'll do a sometimes radio advertisement, letting people know that I'm casting for whatever play that I'm about to present.
Okay, we're short on time, ma'am. If someone wanted to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
They would call 336-317-5845. Again, the ministry number is 336-317-5845.
Thank you, Ms. Harrelson, for coming on the show, and I look forward for you to come back and tell us a little bit more about your plays and your ministry.
Okay, well, the next time you see me, you'll be at one of the plays.
Correct. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show, and you be encouraged.
Thank you.
I danced on his shoes with such warm and gentle embrace. I imagined I had Shirley Temple curls and poofed out lace. Oh, how Daddy would sing that song and wait for me to smile. But then he'd imagine I was his woman instead of his child. My innocence remained pure as long as the music played. But when it stopped, I became disappointed. I became dismayed. The fear was mostly in my stomach, like high waves in a little pool, until the waves got so high that I totally got confused. No, Daddy, no, you aren't supposed to touch me there. No, Daddy, please, don't pull the ribbon from my hair. Well, he locked the door and covered my mouth with his big old hairy hands and told me to hush or I would regret not listening to his commands. So I trusted him as he laid me down, even though I knew it wasn't right. And I looked to the ceiling as if looking to God to give me the strength to fight. As I struggled with what was happening to me and almost losing my mind, my father gently said, "If you tell anyone, I'll hurt you the next time." Well, my soul cried out, and my poor body withered, all in shame, because I knew that this would happen over and over and over again. Barely 13, my fear and anger, they became my best friend. As my stomach grew and grew and grew, seemed like to no end. Behind me, my mother hid her shame and whatever else she could cover, while I gave birth to her grandson, my son, and my brother. I cringed at trying on another pair of new patent leather shoes. No more music. No more music. I've already paid my dues. I beg God for forgiveness to break this cycle that's within. I ask God to forgive people who have this sin. I ask God to visit the hearts of those who've grown so cold, for those who don't see their children as children, for those who've lost their souls. Give them a peace of mind, Lord, and give them all the right moves, so that my son won't be my brother while dancing on Daddy's shoes.